Hey friends, if you're watching this, that means you have a child who's going to summer camp. So welcome to your digital camp parent meeting. My name is John Home and I'm the Next Gen pastor at Seacoast Church, and I'll be your guide for all things camp for the next few minutes. So why camp? Why the time? Why the resources? Our desire is to provide a safe environment that we can connect your student to Jesus and to each other. We believe one of the best ways to do that is an environment like camp with a few undistracted days where they can spend time with Jesus and one another. First, everything you need to know can be found at www.camp.fyi. This will cover check-in and departure times, how to stay connected with us, the emergency contact info, packing list, what to bring, what not to bring, the rules, and anything that you need to bring with you to check in before you leave. There are also a few things I just want to highlight in this video, such as no cell phones. We have seen so much benefit over the past several years with students not being distracted all week long, with checking their phones, social media, you know the deal. It's hard to connect students to Jesus and to each other when they're constantly being distracted by their phones. We're going to disconnect so that they can connect with what matters. If your student needs to contact you, they will have access to a phone. They can ask their leader or another camp staff member. Another thing I want to talk about is safety. We will be taking our very own safety and medical team to make sure that every student is accounted for, safe, and healthy. In your packet, you will see the emergency number provided for you, but please consider using it only for emergencies. A big part of ensuring every student is safe is making sure they don't bring stuff on the do not pack list. When you check in your student for camp, we will be having you check their bags. Because there are some students who like to bend and break the rules. We know our kids. You know who that might be. We need you to help take ownership in searching and helping pack their bags. On occasion, it may be necessary for us to search bags while your students are at camp. We need you to help ensure the safety of every student at camp. In addition, to hopefully give you some more peace of mind, every leader going with your student has been trained for camp, background checked, and will be consistently communicated with all week to make sure all is well and cared for with your student. Our leaders are adults who are actively involved in our ministries and have previously gone through additional training and volunteer training. Our volunteer to camp staff ratio in every room is a max of 1 leader to 10 students. No leader will be sleeping in a bed with a student, and no one leaves without the leader knowing it. Let's talk about lodging. At Rock Eagle, every student has their own bed. The camp is set up with cabins. Each cabin has a common space, then 6 bedrooms. 1 bedroom is designed for leaders, and the other 5 bedrooms are designed for students. Within each bedroom, a private bathroom, twin bunks, and a cubby for each student. Sheets and pillows are provided, but you will want to send a blanket and additional bedding your child may want. Blankets and towels are not provided, so make sure to pack those items as well. Food. We will feed your students well. Well, it's camp food, right? 3 full meals a day, and yes, they will get vegetables and protein. If your student has a dietary restriction, then you should have already listed that when you registered. The camp can accommodate most restrictions. If you have a teenager in your home who runs up your grocery bill like mine, then it might be a good idea to overpack on snacks. But please, those snacks need to be peanut-free and pre-packaged. If you do send snacks, send some large Ziploc bags so that they can put them up and seal them so we don't have any issues with insects, ants, etc. Let's talk about why we do camp. It's about the services. To see Jesus move in your child's life. Each day will start and end with a service led by multiple different communicators, and every year we answer questions about God, life, religion, and that we believe your kids are actually asking. After the morning sessions, your students will have the opportunity to meet in campus groups. These groups are broken down by the campuses or the church they're a part of, and this is the real opportunity for students to minister to students, their peers. Don't worry, leaders will be there to help guide and direct conversation. Each campus group will have a designated leader using their youth leader to kick off the time and the discussion. After the evening sessions, we break into small groups, which takes place in their cabin and led by their room leader. This is where they process and study what God did in the evening sessions. We've seen students begin a relationship with Christ in these groups. We've seen students healed and confess things that bring freedom, friendships built that are still strong to this day. Small groups for us reinforce the value that we have where friends become family. And it really teaches what community and open conversation face-to-face looks like. Usually from campus groups, we head to our late night activities where we have a lot of fun, connections are being made, and lots of laughing takes place. Basically, it's our attempt to wear them out so they can sleep well. You remember that tactic when your kids were little? Yeah, that's our tactic at camp, so we can have them sleeping like a baby. Each night is something different, and several of them are themed, and so be sure to read through the parent packet to find out the themes for each night so your child can dress up if they want. But since not all kids love a high-energy environment at the end of the night, we also have a quiet space with board games and movies in a designated supervised area for the students who would prefer that. So, communication. How can I follow along and see pictures of my child and what is happening at camp and camp life? Go ahead and follow Custom Students on Instagram and follow us on any social media platform. We will be updating as much as we can from day one on Instagram and Facebook. All of our usernames are in the parent packet, but really it's just one word: Custom Students. Now, we all know that one of the main frustrations as parents and also every year is when to exactly pick my child back up. We all know that the interstates don't always like to work in our time frame, so we want to help you keep as in the know as possible by getting you signed up for texting services, where our main focus of communication will be the busy ride back. That's it. Thank you again for giving us your time and entrusting us with your most prized possession, your student. We want you to know that we take this very seriously, and one of our values as a student ministry is to partner with parents to help you win at what matters. So if you have any questions, you can go to the website, camp.fyi, or you can shoot us an email at camp@seacoast.org. See you at check-in.